What the heck was that noise?
Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Woo. Right up this hill are some offices, and in the back of the complex, next to this tree, is something very interesting. Way before these buildings were here, a guy by the name of Henry Stewart in the 1920s was given 1 year to live. He figured he would build this little hut to live out his final days. He survived 18 more years.
And even though things have progressed around it, his home is still sitting here. That's a picture of him, and he's standing outside the little hut that he created. He was given the nickname the Poet of Tolstoy Park. It's a pretty fascinating story to think that he lived in here. He was hanging out in here, writing his stories, writing his poems, spinning his yarns on paper, right in here. Plus, it's always uplifting when someone who was told they were only going to live a year lives about 17 years longer than anticipated. It's a cozy little place. I dig it. It took 381 days for him to build it. And he carved a date stamp on each brick, signifying the day, the exact moment he placed it there. Right above the door frame says April 3rd, 1926. It's always good to leave a little something behind where others can learn lessons from and look back on your life. Very cool. The weather outside today is pretty nice. Surprisingly cool for this neck of the woods. Some cows and some, look, check it out. There's even a couple donkeys. What are you guys doing? Not very talkative today, huh? There's a very beautiful field, flowery stalks. I'm not sure what kind of plants those are. How can you be in a bad mood looking at those? There used to be a water park around here called Styx River Water World, and even though there's nothing really left on the property, a couple of the items from there are sitting across the street in front of this business. The mascot known as Stony the Bear is now waving at passerbying traffic. And one of the chickens or roosters is here too, but it looks like the wind has toppled him over. That's a cotton field right there. And it looks like there's still some little chunks of cotton on some of the stalks. Beautiful, bushy cotton. Look at this. That's a big conglomerate chunk of it. That's like a little souvenir. Should probably put that back though. Should probably stick that back on there. I'm not sure what the laws are when it comes to taking cotton off the side of the road. The last thing I want to be labeled as is a cotton picking thief. Now this is pretty interesting. I'm in a place called Alberta, Alabama, and there is a roadkill cafe here as well. I wonder how many of these there are across the US. The only other one that comes to my mind is in Seligman, Arizona. But I wonder if it's a chain. That is a lot of pine trees. Old Man Peabody would be proud. This says no outlet, which is very disappointing because where am I going to charge my phone? And off the side of the road here, virtually in the middle of nowhere, Alabama, back off in the woods, is something you would never expect to be here. Say hello to Bama Hinge, the counterpart to Foam Hinge,
created by Mark Klein out of Natural Bridge, Virginia. Man, I love that guy's work, and I had no idea it stretched all the way down this far south. At first glance, these look to be in much, much better condition than the ones up in Virginia. It's like a hard plastic, so the odds of it deteriorating under the elements are a lot slimmer. Through the beauty of the drone, the Majestic going up in the air, you can see a bird's eye. You can really tell how out in the middle of nowhere this really is. You have thousands upon thousands of trees, and then there is a clearing, and all of a sudden you see something that makes you think, what the heck is that? Well, it's Bamahenge, folks. Who knew this was here? I wonder how many residents of the great state of Alabama have no earthly clue that this exists. Once you get above the tree line, the wind gets incredibly strong. The Majestic was really having quite the challenge keeping up with the breeze way up there. A couple times I thought maybe I was gonna lose it, but I didn't. And off this very same road, about a half a mile from Bamahenge, off in the woods, is this guy. Holy crap, that's amazing. Look at this guy just chilling out here in the wilderness. You're the king of the forest, my friend. And that's not the only one out here down this lonely road. There's another one right there. Everyone thought you were extinct, but in reality, you're just hanging out in Alabama. From this angle, he looks like a kind-hearted fella. But over on this side, you have an evil eye! You have an evil eye! Run for your life! For real, that is evil incarnate! Oh, this seems like a nice guy, though. You would never hurt me, would you? He just likes to be petted. Right there on the nose. Yeah. You like that? Yeah, it's official. I've pretty much lost my mind. And from what I've heard, prehistoric creatures are not the only thing stomping around in these woods. There are sprinkler systems here, watering the weeds, which is kind of strange. And look at this guy. There are a few of these medieval warriors out here among the thorns as well. I'm picking up on a theme. People around here like hiding things in the woods. That sign's dancing. Got a little pep in your step today, don't you, sign? Yeah. Moving and shaking. I like that. Whoa! You're boogieing now! I just got a couple yoo-hoos from the store. Love this stuff. I'm currently in Alabama, but across that bridge is Florida. On the other side lies the Sunshine State. There's the sign. Open for business. It really does say that. No way. One still exists. It's over there. An actual operating Stuckey's that is not abandoned, burned down, or destroyed. Never thought I'd see the day. The open road. I have this habit that I always park near the end of parking lots. I figure since I'm gonna be walking around a lot inside a store, what does it matter that I fight for an up-close position just to get in there? This will be my end of the day dinner. Well, not the tabletop game, just the chips and the food. Very recently, there have been a number of popular YouTubers who have decided not to continue on with their daily vlogs. This has been going on for a couple months. A lot of the bigger names in the YouTube world have changed their format, and after years of doing everyday videos, have kind of started to taper back. And this made me think today on how intense and stressful sometimes doing a video every day is. In fact, doing anything every day other than the normal eating, sleeping, using the restroom, things like that. Anything you do every day and you keep that tradition up is going to wear upon you, especially when that consists of filming something and editing, and doing that on a strategic game plan for a long time really takes its toll. So I completely understand why any of those people would make that decision. However, just so you know, so we are clear, I am continuing on, and me, and you, we will see each other tomorrow. Vlog over.